Please allow me to welcome Coach Bakala, the Zambian coach. Welcome to the presser of match number 20, South Africa versus Zambia. Coach, another positive result for you and your boys. Your overall feeling of the game?
Thank you very much. I think first and foremost, I have to give credit to the players. I think mentally they are very strong. Like I said, South Africa, they're playing passing football. But for us, I think our mentality, our boys, I think it was more mentally than South Africa. They've got good sides, they are playing good football. But for us, I think we had the mission. We only came here to defend our trophy.
Coach, you have 1 foot in it. You already qualified now for the AFCON, and you are also in the final. So from here, what's the plan for the last match? Are you satisfied with just qualifying for the next year's competition of African Cup of Nations, or you still want to go ahead and defend the title that you won last year?
Well, I think here we are here to defend. I think the first objective was for us to qualify to the Africa Cup. Well, the second, I think we have to get our cup back. I think the only team which was looking more strong at South Africa, which I think we are done. Looking at the game against Angola, I think we just have to win and correct our mistakes.
Thanks, Coach. Colleagues, you have the floor.
Coach, congratulations on the win and qualification for. Thank you very much for your time, Coach. Congratulations on the win and qualification for AFCON. I just want to know your approach coming into this game in terms of how you plan to deal with South Africa's being a ball possession keeping side, being a team that moves the ball around and has skillful players up front that can penetrate the defense. What was your plan to deal with that, and how do you assess your performance of your boys?
Well, I think as the first thing we did was to make our defense solid, despite we conceded early. But looking at South Africa, I think I've watched them from, I think, Ivory Coast, even here. I've been following how they're playing. I wasn't minding another team apart from South Africa because I knew that we were going to meet them. But our plan was, I think we knew that we were going to score them. They will come at us, but I think mentally the players were very strong, and I'm happy for that. It gives us a good picture going into the final.
So that's nothing more from the SABC. Coach, would you agree that this was by far the toughest game in the tournament so far? And if that's so, how then do you tell your boys to continue with the mental strength that you're talking about as they play the final? Because they may think if beating South Africa, so the final is going to be easy.
No, I think each game becomes difficult. I think in the history of football, as COSAFA, South Africa is always a difficult opponent, which I think the last COSAFA, it was the same. But I think going into the game against Angola, I think they have to come more stronger than this. Angola, I don't think they can play how South Africans are playing. It's a different ball game. We just have to plan tomorrow when we're in training.
Coach, you've spoken about your plan. How was the plan impacted by the red card that you got in the 25th minute? What tactical changes did you make to be able to get a goal and be able to get the winner and still maintain your lead throughout the game?
Well, I think our plan, when I saw how South Africa was playing, I had to put another striker, and I think it worked for us, which is good. Well, we saw that they had, I think, 2 key players, the number 10 and the left-footed, I think the number 7. We are not minding about the other players, I think. These were key players that, as long as we hold these guys, we'll get the lead and win the game. But they did well. I think in the midfield, that's where I think the game was, which I think my boys did very well, I think.
Two last questions from me, Coach. Coach, too many stops and starts in the game. One being VAR and perhaps the injuries here and there. And what do you make of it? And secondly, going to the AFCON, how confident are you that Zambia will do? And what's Zambia doing so right that they qualify for U17?
Well, I think, like you are saying, stoppages are there. I think it's not the first time. Even the time of the player it happened, Africa Cup qualifier. But I think we just have to plan, because I think where we are going, it's a different ballgame. Africa Cup, I think all the countries here are looking small. Once we go there, they've got big guys that side. And I think here, COSAFA, the only opponents I think which are most strong are South Africa, because they have been there. But looking at the preparations, I think we just have to prepare very well. Because I think as a coach, it's the second time to qualify the Africa Cup. And the first time, I think I learned a lot, which I think is going to help me this time to achieve our goals.
No, thank you. No, Coach, lastly, from my side, Coach, today we're playing the knockouts and it was the first time VAR was introduced. What's your overall view of the role that was played by VAR in today's game?
Well, despite too many stoppages, but it's a good thing. I think even us, like the penalty, we didn't see it. It helped us, but it's a good thing. But we just have to experience from the beginning, I think, of the tournament, not just in the semi-finals and the final. I think it has to start from the beginning to mentor the players very well.
No, thank you. Coach, in the absence of questions, I'd like to thank you for coming through, and we wish you and your boys the best of luck in your final game and also in the next competition, which is the African Cup of Nations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.